Hello, welcome back to Far Horizons Gaming. My name is Ben, and today we're going to finish Narcissu. I'm going to pick up here at the start of the final chapter. The clear sea of January, cold wind that pierced the skin. Occasionally, a strong gust would sway the pine grove, and the sound of waves calmly reverberated. Well, there's nothing other than this. I handed over the towel with Shiraishi construction printed on it. It is what we'd used to wipe our bodies down with before. Hey, don't make such a strange face. Alright. Seeming slightly unsatisfied, the girl took the towel. Suddenly saying she wanted a swimsuit, what could I do? In this season, at this place, on top of that, she said she wanted a bikini. Doing what I could, what came out of the car when I searched was that white towel that had been in the pile of laundry. And then, waiting for a while, and that shirt she liked with just a towel from before wrapped around her chest, the girl appeared. How is it? Well, even if you ask me that, it's not strange? Well, probably. It's perfectly fine. Totally not strange at all. Alright. Then the girl slowly began walking out to the water's edge. Waves gathered and retreated. Long hair fluttered in the cold sea breeze. From the sky, as if delivering the finishing blow, snow lightly fell. Within all that, the girl held both her shoes in both hands. Happily, as if she were splashing around, walking barefoot at the edge of the water. Say, does it look like it? Maybe so. In the cold of midwinter, our breaths whitely misted. Then I took out the camera that I had taken from the car earlier. That cheap-looking disposable camera had only one more shot on it. Here, I'll take pictures of you. I'm sure it'd be more like it that way. As I spoke, I made a show of preparing the camera. Come now, don't be so reserved, okay? Water's edge, the girl seen through the viewfinder. Maybe she was a bit nervous, or perhaps embarrassed. Her face was more complicated than usual. So, could you give me a better pose? But... No buts. Look, there's no magazine model that'll just stand around like a steak. Alright. Even while still seeming a bit embarrassed, in her own way, she tried her best. Shyly putting her hand on her waist, she threw her free hand out wide. That hand, it stretched out towards the clear winter sky, as if we're about to grasp something. We're trying to grab something. Stretched straight towards the sky, with emerald green sea to her back. Well then, one last thing. Smile. Huh? Smile for me, says me. What's with that? Oh, what's with that? You're the younger one. Saying that, for the first time, she smiled for me. The girl wearing the skirt she liked with a white bikini smiled for the last shot on the disposable camera. Smiled with the emerald green sea to her back. It was as if a magazine model were smiling at me. Great. Then next, how about a pose with a little more movement? Happily, like she were having fun, she splashed through the water. The film had already been used up with the camera, but I still continued to take shots. Oh, you're getting caught up in this, aren't you? No such thing. Cheerfully we talked, and as if making another attack, the snow fell even harder. And in that, through the viewfinder of the camera that had already run out of film, the girl showed a happy face. Even as her small body was thrown about by the wind, she directed her newly recalled smile towards me. Waves crashed rhythmically. Well then. It's already that time? All the way around. Oh well. With that answer, like before, the girl started walking towards the sea. That's right, the license. That's fine. Take it as memento. Alright. While nodding, she put it in her pocket. It was the license I had once handed to her. Really, it was something that should have already lost its debut. Then the girl took off that white vinyl bracelet wrapped around her wrist and offered it to me. Are you giving this to me? I am. I see. Then I'll take it as memento myself. In the same way, I accepted the bracelet and placed it in my pocket. Then, once again, the girl began walking towards the sea. Facing her back, I threw out my final words. Hey, can I ask you just one last question? Do you, right now, want me to pull you back? Instead, you want me to give your back a push? While the waves splashed at her feet, the girl stopped in place. Her back remained facing me after I asked the question. The strong wind turned the crests of the waves into spray that struck her. Before long, she turned around and... Which one, I wonder? I don't really know. Saying that just one more time, she smiled for me. While being struck by the spray from the waves, even as tears welled up, she faced me with a smile. Before, those feet had stopped at the water's edge, but this time, they didn't stop. That was why I thought that was her answer. Well then, farewell. And so, our journey of 960 kilometers ended. To me, it was 15 days' time. To her, it was the end of a 22-year journey. Not the 7th floor, nor home. Of her own will, she avoided them. In the year 2005, she was one of the estimated 35,000 people who committed suicide. Blood type O, name Setsumi, 22 years old, female. Final identification bracelet, white. This was everything about the girl. But I knew. In reality, she liked bikini swimsuits, knew more about the roads than a navigation system, and loved cars. She even had a license. She was always without expression and would only rarely face you. But once in a while, she'd even make this embarrassed, pouting face. The emerald sea to her back. As if dancing, happily, like a magazine model, she smiled. And yet, on this cheap, disposable camera, only a single picture remained of her smile. But even so, even with just one picture, it was the proof of ourselves that we left behind. Awesome. Alright. I hope you enjoyed the story as much as I did. I might come back and do the second part at some point in the future. I'm not sure yet. But we're going to go ahead and stop here for today. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. And thank you very much, as always. And I hope to see you next time.